Hey, happy Thursday. Um, so yes, I have a new book out. It's called The Love Formula, and it is essentially my attempt at kind of a quirky rom-com. Several people have already asked questions about it. I just shared the information yesterday. It feels like a long time ago already. And so the rest of this video is me going to answer those questions as best I can. Um, but the short version is yes, you can pre-order it anywhere. Go to your local bookstore. Fine Print has it. If you're in Saline, you can order it there. Um, yeah. Now the questions were about the cover. Yes, Gail sketched this drawing for the cover. We were at the Great Clavet event in Saline at Fine Print and just kind of admiring their wall of books. And one of the things she noticed is a lot of the romance or chick lit or whatever titles you want to call them had these kind of loud um, covers. And so she sketched this out, knowing that this was something I had been working on. And then ultimately, this is what we came up with. So it's pretty close. I added kind of the ones and zeros dripping down from, kind of the matrix kind of thing. And the basic idea of the book is that it is three friends, um, Jenna, Kathy, and Michael. Michael not based on me, but I don't know, the name just fit for whatever reason. And they develop a dating application in 2010. So it would have been a dating service, I guess, because we didn't really have apps on our phones at that point. And it's in Ann Arbor, Michigan. A couple characters from Scarborough Fair make an appearance. One of them factors in there because now he owns a coffee shop, and that's where the friends gather. Jenna is kind of the main character, and she ends up being kind of unintentionally the face of the company. Um, and she's really struggling with the fact that she's gone on 100 dates and hasn't successfully found a 100% match. The number is really important to her, whereas Michael and Kathy have kind of come to their own um, terms with the technology that help them find the people they're dating. And so, I mean, that's really kind of the basic conflict is, um, how much you can trust technology to find something as amorphous as a relationship or love. Um, it is one of my very oldest things. It contains one of my very oldest pieces of writing because it really began life when I was in a writers group in the 90s. And I was writing short stories then. And so I wrote this kind of quirky short story about a date gone wrong. And that date ends up showing up in here. It's an experience Michael has instead. And so it was kind of fun to start there. This book also had a life as a screenplay. I thought I would write a romantic comedy, and so I did. I got some books about how to write screenplays and read a bunch of screenplays, and then wrote my own, and then figured out I really didn't know how to sell a screenplay. I didn't have an agent, a lot of the things that you need. Same kind of struggles in terms of publishing a book, really, but I just didn't have millions of dollars to self-produce a movie. So it sat for a long time. And eventually I kept thinking about it. And I honestly don't remember exactly what triggered it, but I do know in 2014, 2015, I was teaching and I taught a class about 9/11. And I included a variety of movies and books and just kind of sources that we referenced. And one of those movies was Love Actually. And if you wonder why that's a 9/11 movie, um, look at the year it came out. It's very close. And at the very beginning of it, there's all of this information about airports. And there's this voiceover um, that is important to that. And then at the end of the movie, there's also an airport scene as well. And it's interesting. I mean, it is referenced in there. It's subtle. It's obviously not the focus of the movie, But it was interesting to think of what a romance looks kind of on the heels of 9/11. But anyway, I wondered if that voiceover was original to the screenplay or whether it was added kind of as an after effect, or as an afterthought, I should say. And I reached out to Richard Curtis, the screenwriter, and just asked him. And you never know. I mean, he happened to reply back to me, and it was such a simple thing that he took the time to respond. But to me, it meant a lot because I do really enjoy that movie and I like his work. And oh, it's just awesome when you can make a connection like that. So um, this book definitely, leans heavily on my favorite romantic comedies. Whether that's Love Actually or I really like Stranger Than Fiction, the weird, the Will Ferrell movie, where he's a accountant, an IRS agent, um, and Princess Bride, and some of those as well. So you'll see lots of references to romantic comedies in here. I do think it's kind of a fun, quirky book, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So hit me with any other questions you have, and by all means, pre-order the Love Formula. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.